The Kai Cenat situation. Oh my goodness. Free Kai.
No, I want to talk
Free
about this
Uzi.
recent story involving Kai Cenat. And by the way,
Free
yes,
Uzi.
I'm
That
back again. Been a little while since I
yeah.
uploaded, but here I am now. Let's not waste any time though, and let's
Yeah.
get into it. First of all, I think people are familiar with Kai. He's a 21-year-old content creator out of NYC.
Legend.
Kai's really big on Twitch,
A
big on social
legend.
media, and big on the internet, period. He's had a crazy run since he blew up, so shout out to him for doing some great things. That aside, let's talk about what happened yesterday, right? A woman by the name of Jovi Pena came out and made some claims against someone Kai knew. So she put up this post both on her Instagram and Twitter and said the following: on January 1st, 2023, I was baped at a party by a complete
Twitter's weird, bro. Twitter is so fucking weird.
stranger. I was invited to this party by someone I thought to be a friend. She's referring to Kai. I asked for help and it's not going anywhere, so I've decided to take it to social media. She continued telling the story on a Twitter thread and said the following: I was invited by Kai Cenat. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. However, after I fell asleep, since I thought I was safe due to there being security and Kai's confirmation. However, I wasn't safe, and then the guy's name walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally baped me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as a bapist, and he told me that I was in his bed, and that's why he did what he did. I was in shock. I called, texted, in parentheses, my friend who invited me but got no answer, and I was told by the bapist that he left, which I found out later to be a lie. He told me, can we just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but I was already traumatized by then. I asked him if he had at least used protection, which he then showed me a dirty condom and said, yes, a skins condom. Now I have to take medication for a month to make sure I don't catch any STDs. As you all know, those condoms only protect you from unwanted pregnancies and not STDs. Shit, I didn't know that. Hope I don't know that. Many blackies running around here, man.
Whoa. I ain't know that. Why? Whoa. I should know you got
STDs.
For real?
Shit, I didn't know that. Hope I don't got no many blackies running around here, man. Shit. Anyway, she continued, I spent all day crying and processing what happened to me instead of enjoying my vacation in New York. At nighttime, I had dinner reservations, but I went to the emergency room instead as I was still in pain from what had happened to me. I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know the person. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram and that they have been friends for years. So right here, she attached a text conversation between herself and Kai. She texted Kai the following: that's your homie for real, bro. That's why you ain't help me. That's why you ain't go up. You knew what he was doing, she said in these texts to Kai. Kai responded back by saying, yo, what the fuck? I'm literally getting info as we speak. Are you fucking crazy? I knew what was going on, ? Kai said. She continued the thread on his last post that said, it's been 5 days since the incident and I haven't been able to sleep or eat properly. I haven't been able to socialize or go to work. This is all I think about 24/7. I'm not looking for attention. All I want is the justice I deserve. I want him to stop from hurting anyone else. Now after this, Kai ended up responding and he said a couple things. After he got word of what happened, she was apparently very emotional as she was telling him. Kai decided to hit up his homie who had just been accused of literally baping another person. Kai essentially pulled up on a homie saying, hey bro, this is what I heard from her. What's up? What you got going on? What's up? Apparently his homie was completely shocked at this. In other words, he didn't do what he's being accused of, allegedly, right? What happened after this is Jovi, the woman, she apparently asked Kai for his homie's name since she's accusing him of, something really serious, right? Obviously, she needs his name. According to Kai, he hit up his team, presumably legal team. He told them, hey, here's my homie's name. And then he told them to give it to her. And so that's what they did, according to Kai.
There's two sides of the stories now, Kai. Who you gonna handle it with? The police.
The police.
When she asked for in the screenshot, she asked for her name. She asked for his name automatically. I told my team, I said, yo, team, here's his name. Give it to her. That is the reason why she got it in the first place. Okay? That is the reason why she got it in the first place. Let me tell y'all something right now. All my viewers. Do not go to her profile and do not harass this young lady, bro.
Don't do that weird ass
shit. Do not. Until facts are proved, until shit is shit, bro, like, and shit is going on and The police are handling this. And this is why I didn't want to come to the internet, bro. Go ahead and say something. The person that's associated with me, I knew this guy. I'm not defending him once again. I knew this guy for a very long time. We went on multiple trips. You feel what I'm saying? Never was this. He's not that type of person. I'm not saying shit didn't happen. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not defending nobody because, bro, the way she was crying to me on that phone, bro, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I know how he looked. Scars on the face. Dreads. You feel me? That's for the law. If that's for the law to handle, though. That's none of y'all business at all.
The nigga chop.
So there's a lot to be learned from a situation like this, which is why I'm covering this story. Just to paint the picture once again, essentially what we have here is a woman who's claiming that one of Kai Cenat's friends baped her at this party that Kai, was hosting. So just to make it abundantly clear, Kai Cenat isn't accused of doing anything. He didn't do no harm to anybody. He just threw this New Year's party that the woman, Jovi, was at and some of his other people. And now, days later, she's coming out saying, this man, your friend Kai, he did this to me. According to the alleged victim, she did actually get a babe kit, which she posted on her IG. She did also apparently go to the police, and that's all I know as far as that.
Damn.
This woman is getting a lot of hate right now. There's a lot of people calling her a clout chaser. People don't think she's telling the truth. She's been firing back, defending her stance with conviction. A couple really important things I want to talk about as for this story is how to avoid situations like this, because this could have been avoided in a few different ways. Also want to talk about what Kai could have done differently, and just want to talk about and have a really important conversation about some things that I think will leave you better off. First of all, let's talk about the situation where this happened. So this was a New Year's party that Kai Cenat was hosting. Kai, according to Jovi, invited her to this party where a bunch of other people were present. I think it's safe to assume that alcohol was involved in this situation, definitely weed as well, since it's Los Angeles we're talking about, and possibly some other things wouldn't be too far-fetched, especially since it's New Year's on top of that. So alcohol and drugs in any situation where you don't know everyone who's attending personally always comes with a lot of risk for anyone who didn't know. That's probably one of the biggest takeaways from a story like this, or any type of situation, honestly, that involves people getting hurt where there were substances involved. Every story like this that I've heard about in my life that involves someone, let's say a woman, getting things done to her, always has that one commonality. There was some type of substance involved, whether it's alcohol or drugs. Another commonality is that everybody in that space doesn't have great rapport with one another. Now, why is this important? Well, because when or if a situation arises where something like this happens, you're now in a situation where you don't know if everyone in that space is on the same page. You don't know if everyone in that space acts with the same moral compass as you. I don't know about you, but personally, I don't like being in any situation with people, especially that involves alcohol and or drugs, that I can't say for sure that they have my best interest if something happened to me or anyone else at the spot, of course. Also, I like knowing for sure that anyone who's going to be present actually has a little bit of sense in their dome, because people who got sense usually got something to lose, which means they won't get into any BS. You see how that works? So this kind of situation usually happens when you go into an enclosed space without using your discernment. As for Jovi, she was invited by her friend Kai. Since she only mentioned him, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that she didn't have great rapport with the rest of the people who were there. Now let's take a look at the specifics of what she said. After she had been at the party for some time, she told Kai, hey, I'm about to leave. Kai told her, hey, since you're drunk, you'll be better off upstairs. And by the way, no one is gonna bother you. Don't even worry about that. How about that? That was a green flag on Kai's end, because it's New Year's, might have been past midnight or not, I'm not sure. If she was inebriated, yeah, you shouldn't be out here by yourself. How about you lay your head down in my spot where I can make sure you're 100% safe? So Kai acted on good faith. His intention was to make sure that she was in fact safe, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Kai. Moving on. So back to the story, she went upstairs and fell asleep. Next thing you know, according to her, his homie walks into the room and, as she puts it, brutally whipped her to the point where she bled. She then wakes up and sees that he's still on top of her. She confronts him and calls him out. And his response was, allegedly, you were in my bed and that's why I did what I did. That sounds like some really strange logic, by the way. Just because someone is in your bed, unless she's asking for the vitamin D, you don't go there, capiche? But that's when she hit up Kai in complete shock, but she didn't get an answer from Kai, according to her. So I want to go back to what allegedly happened at the beginning. So she was supposed to leave, was told, you know, hey, go upstairs, that will be safer, and then she fell asleep upstairs. Hypothetically speaking, let's say this is exactly how it all went down. Kai tells her, go upstairs, you're gonna be good there. What should have happened at that point, if it didn't happen, is Kai himself should have made sure that she was actually safe. That comes in the form of First of all, making sure that no one around you is on some weird ass shit. But second of all, you casually mentioned to everybody at the function, hey, the girl that, pulled up, she wasn't feeling so well. She's sleeping upstairs. Nobody goes into her room, okay? You got that? Good.
Yeah, make it clear that not no rapey chick going on.
Hey, so y'all know the girl who pulled up earlier?
On my phone, but I'm supposed to say that word.
You talking about the one with the dress? Yeah, with the dress. Yeah, so she's upstairs. She's sleeping. She got a little too drunk, whatever. But she's upstairs resting. She's in the room next to the bathroom. Nobody goes in there, okay? The one next to the bathroom? Yeah, we're not gonna go. Okay. Yes, next to the bathroom. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so she's in there. She's resting. Nobody goes in there, okay? Period. Okay. Oh yeah, we're good on that. Hope she feels better, by the way. Yeah, tell her. Hope she feels better. Yeah, I'll tell her that. Yeah. By the way, you can turn up the music. But yeah, so she's in there. She's resting. So just don't go in. That's all. Kind of like that, right? Notice in the little skit I made. Like this video just for that skit, I made sure everybody was on board with not going up to the room. So you got to make sure everybody follows the protocol. So if this alleged story went how it actually was told, the responsibility would lie on Kai to make sure that nobody actually went up to the room where she was at. Now in the event where someone does go up like it's claimed in this story, as the person who's hosting this party, I would take full accountability for that. Now I wouldn't take the blame in court of law for what allegedly happened. That would be insane. I would, however, take accountability for the fact that something happened in my private domicile that wasn't intended to happen. So from that perspective, Kai is to be held accountable for that alleged slip up. He should also be held accountable for keeping someone around him who would allegedly be on that. Now what would I hold Jovi accountable for? In her case, I would say actually being under that roof, because if you go somewhere, let's say an event, and something happens to you, you could of course not predict what's going to happen while you're there, but you always had a decision in whether or not you actually went. And this is where discernment comes in. You got to use your best judgment. Is this somewhere I want to be? And is this where I should be? Those are two questions you should always ask yourself. So I have a little question for you, right? Have you ever been to a party or an event where some bullshit popped off? If you have, think about what you felt going before. What I always tend to find is you kind of always know when you shouldn't go somewhere. But a lot of times we ignore our intuition because it ain't based on anything that's tangible and real. I think it's important to think about that stuff because at the end of the day, we're talking about your safety. People go to places they shouldn't be every day and get seriously injured and or don't make it back to their bed that night. That's reality. This Kai Cenat story isn't anything we haven't seen before. These stories are very common, and I'm telling you, 95% of them always involve alcohol and drugs mixed with a bunch of people you don't really know like that. I think it's important to know certain things about any place you're pulling up to. Who's going to be there? How do all these people know each other? What kind of people are they? Is there going to be any sipping, smoking, or popping going on? Because if there's any popping going on, well, I'm leaving that bitch. Also, want to speak on this. A lot of women don't report things like this because they're afraid of getting labeled as liars. My philosophy on that is this: you can't say that someone lied for sure, and you can't say that someone is telling the truth for sure. So it goes both ways. There's the alleged victim side, there's the accused side, and then in the middle we have the truth. Until we know what she said, what he said, and what the actual truth is, I'm gonna go ahead and hold my horses in the back on this one. And you know what? I don't think this is a men or women issue, because that's what everybody tends to make it on stories like this. At the end of the day, it comes down to people. It comes down to human nature. There's certain women who are gonna lie about having things like this done to them for no other reason than to gain something from it. Personally, I think that percentage is extremely small. It's just that the ones who lie are often the loudest, and the women who are actually telling the truth, nobody listens to them or even cares about what they have to say, because they gotta be lying, right? She capping, bro. He never even touched her. He never touched her, bro. But wait a second. How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that he didn't touch her? Were you there? Answer me, bro. Were you there? I'm answer. Nah, bro. But he not that kind of guy. I know him, bro. Don't go with that bullshit now. I mean, I know him too, but I don't know him in a situation like that. You feel me? We don't know is what I'm saying. I know him, bro. That's what I'm saying. No, bro. No, we don't know. He could have done it, but she could be lying. All I'm saying is, let's let it play out. I see. Let's not be so quick to exempt him from something he could have done. You get it? Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense, right? Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, bro. I don't know. You don't know. We weren't there, and if he did it, He deserves anything that comes his way. And
what about if she lying though?
Hold up. If she's lying,
repercussions.
She deserves anything coming her way.
Yeah.
If she lying, that's something.
So
No, I doubt she lying. There's no way she lying like that.
There's no.
I know what you're gonna say.
No
Yeah.
fucking way she's lying.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah,
no fucking way
I know
that
that.
she's
I
lying.
agree
If
with you,
she's
and
lying,
I think there
oh
should
my
be.
It's a
god.
double standard, bro.
Straight up, if someone lies about something like that, that negatively
There's no way.
reflects on the women telling the actual truth.
What you mean when you say that?
I'm saying the ones who actually went through that, you know, so how come there's no repercussions for lying? I agree, but
There should be.
we don't live in a perfect world, and
Yeah, this world fucked up for sure.
all we can hope is that the justice system does what it does and some justice is served, regardless of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Continuing where we left off before the skit, on the other hand, there's a percentage of men, very small percentage, who would actually be enough of a piece of shit to do something like this to someone. At the end of the day, it comes down to the character level of the person in question. We always got to assess the character of the people involved in any given story. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right here. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and what do you guys think about the skits that I made?